Welcome back, everybody, to another podcast episode of the Pink Print Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Gio Ingletto.
And I'm Kat Filpi.
I want to start this session off by just saying I'm so grateful to be here with my amazing co-host.
I am equally as grateful. Maybe it's the Thanksgiving November spirit.
I love it. And in today's episode, we are going to be answering some of your questions that you've asked us through social media, Instagram, and we want to give you our Q&A.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for the Q&A. These are really good questions.
Yeah, we have some really great questions.
So
that we can really dive into for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Question numero uno. How do you self-motivate every day? I'm so tired all the time, but really want to do more. What is your advice for this?
How do I self-motivate? The first thing that comes to my head is something that Mel Robbins actually says a lot.
Love.
That motivation is garbage.
Yep, that was literally what I was thinking.
Motivation is garbage. And it feels good to obviously feel motivated, but it's garbage in the sense that discipline is what's going to take you far.
It is, and it's honestly repetition. You need to get your reps in, whether it be practicing going to sleep earlier every day. When you keep doing that every day, those reps matter, and you're going to continue to do it. And you're building confidence, just like we said in episode 1. And yeah, discipline is key. There's such thing as motivation, but when the motivation dies down, what do you have left? You have yourself and you have your own discipline.
I think also, I'm just reading the question again. How do you self-motivate every day? It's just, I don't think we need to be at 100 or 150% every day. Sometimes
you can't be.
Sometimes it's okay to maybe have a slow day, but I think it's good to overall look at the big picture and what are your priorities, So it's like your bigger goal is obviously you want to be successful and you want to do good in your work. So it's step by step, So it's like that also motivates you. Like if I'm getting in shape, like I know that I want to lose weight and I want to hit a certain look or whatever, like look at the big picture also to keep you motivated every day.
Totally. And speaking of people we like you said, Mel Robbins, I actually heard Gabby Bernstein today say, when you wake up, you should be asking yourself the question, who do I want to be today? And so if you're saying that you want to be doing more, then you want to be a different person today than you were yesterday because you want to do more today. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to get there? You know the answer. So you have to do it and you have to be disciplined enough to get there.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, I think that, and for the second part, if I'm so tired every day, then like rest, like don't complain you're tired. Rest, recuperate, and then move on.
And go to bed earlier.
Yeah, like you can also then maybe don't be like overworking yourself to the point where you're drained. Then take that time for yourself too. If you are tired, that's okay, but then pick up and keep going. Yeah. Another great person, Beyonce, I read this once.
Virgo's groove.
Beyonce was, I don't know where I read this, but she was like, yeah, like I'll cry one day. She'll give herself one day to cry, then the next day she's back up.
Hell yeah.
So if you're tired, okay, rest. But then, get back on the horse, discipline, and then look at the big picture to stay motivated.
Yep. Perfect. Love these answers.
I know. Okay. That's the second one. Supplement recommendations.
This is a really interesting question. I'll say this. I used to take Athletic Greens, and I do think it's a really great supplement. It's a greens powder with a lot of different vitamins, minerals, macro, and micronutrients. However, you have to make sure you're doing what works for you.
100%.
Gio actually asked me supplement recommendations like a few months ago. And I told her, if you're not allergic to mushrooms like I am, you should take lion's mane, because she was like, I'm out of focus. I need energy. And I've heard from multiple people that have taken lion's mane that it's nature's Adderall. So I was like, why don't you try it? I personally can't try it because I'm allergic to mushrooms. And by the way, mushrooms are great for a lot of things, and different mushrooms do a lot of different things. I'd look into those. If you can be eating mushrooms, then look into those. But also, I think fish oil, it's really important for women to get their omega-3 fatty acids in. And yeah, I'm kind of lame. I think magnesium before bed. Magnesium is key.
I don't take that, but I know people who do, yeah.
I take creatine every day. It's really good for brain longevity. It's really good for your muscle recovery. But I don't really take too many supplements. And honestly, I'm a firm believer that you can get everything you need through the foods you eat.
Yeah,
and that's honestly how I live my life. So Make sure you're eating variety of whole foods, and you're probably going to get everything you need, unless you're somebody that's naturally deficient in that, and you would know that through blood tests and whatnot. So
I agree. I think similar. Everyone needs to figure out what works for them. Like I used to take biotin every day for the hair, skin, and nails. But then I realized that I was doing laser, and then it like sort of like counters because it's for the hair. And then I'm like paying all this money to do laser. And then they're like, "Are you taking biotin?" And I'm like, "Cause like, why the hell isn't this hair going away? I've done 100 sessions."
Oh my God, that's a really good like
and they're
thing
like,
to point
"Are
out.
you taking biotin?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, you shouldn't. That's for hair growth." Like it's not just the body doesn't pick like, oh, just your
Just
head.
the head. Yeah.
Like it's everywhere. So
Totally.
and then I realized, okay, well, if I'm doing laser, then I can't take biotin anymore. And I really liked it for the other reasons, but it's not going to work out. I do have taken those mushrooms. I think I also, it's like, it's just, you change
Sometimes
a few months.
you're also just not consistent. And
That's the thing. And then maybe it works for a little bit and then you don't. So I've tried the lion's mane mushroom. They have a really good hot chocolate flavor. So instead of coffee, sometimes I would do that with like my oat milk and drink that. Have I noticed a difference in my energy? I don't know, but I enjoy drinking it. What else? I've taken collagen.
I used to take it and it got like recalled, the one that I used to take, which was collagen peptides, the grass-fed one.
The Vital Proteins one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. I'm like, no, I do the Vital Proteins one.
Yeah.
Anyways, I see that because I just want long-term to keep the elasticity in my skin, but I'm, whatever. And then I take a pre-probiotic for my women health.
Right. See, like you can do that. However, you need to make sure you're taking the right one, because I actually did take a human nutrition course, and your stomach, you need to take a pre and a probiotic. If a lot of people just take a probiotic, and
mine's a pre-probiotic.
And the reason for the prebiotic is that your stomach acid can't differentiate what you're putting in it, so it burns it. But when you put the prebiotic in it prior to the probiotic, it knows and it allows the probiotic to flow through and actually get into your system. Otherwise, it's garbage and nonsense, and your stomach acid is burning the probiotic.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So the way I get that type of supplement in is through goat milk kefir, actually.
Oh, kefir is good.
Yeah. And you can actually do it if you're dairy-free through coconut yogurt. Coconut Cult is a great brand.
Nice.
And you can even taste it. It's like very strong and bitter. So
another thing that I do, it's not really a supplement, but I take a shot of apple cider vinegar every morning. There's lots of health benefits to that. I know them. I forgot them. You can look them up, but they're really healthy.
You have Google.
Yeah, it works. It's healthy. Okay. I do that every morning on an empty stomach. And then I also now have been drinking liquid chlorophyll.
Yeah.
Which you used to take too.
Yeah. I would say my top two supplements
enjoying it.
are creatine and BCAAs, which are just essential amino acids. I put that together in water in a glass bottle, and I take it to the gym with me. It's really important to have BCAAs when you're lifting. In the middle of your workout is when you should be drinking it. And creatine is also good for the muscle recovery and brain longevity. So I just put it together, drink it during my workout, and it's kind of all I do.
Yeah. I'd say my top then is apple cider vinegar and
Apple cider
vinegar, and now I'm doing my liquid chlorophyll.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
We're big believers in food. So, number 3, what tools do you use to organize your daily, weekly schedule? Okay. We live by Google Calendar. If Google Calendar could sponsor us, you should.
You should.
We also use Trello.
We use Trello. Trello is great for the way that we use it, at least to organize our workflow. So we have all the different tabs, and then in between that we have all of our, let's say, deals and all of our clients. And as they progress in the different stages, I just move them over, because there's so many different clients and things going on, and prospective clients, that we need to organize it somewhere. So Trello, I think, is really good for that. And then you can take notes, and then it's like, okay, this is a buyer, then it went to negotiating, then it went to under contract, then it goes to sold, and then I delete it.
Yeah.
And
it's good because it's almost like we're manifesting this deal to go through. You're putting it on paper. You're putting exactly what stage it's in, where you want it to get to.
Yeah.
So that's how we use Trello. It's really good for organizing for your sales pipeline.
Exactly. Which you could really use for anything. You could even put whatever business you're in. I know my other friend would use Trello a lot for all of her tasks that she had to do, and she does something completely different in website like UX or whatever. Yeah. So she would also like use Trello. It's great because you can just see your tasks, you can move it over, you can slide it over. Like the interface is really easy to use.
It is, yeah.
So
and Google, you can put a little background.
Yeah, you can put a cute little background so you see, and you can like manifest every day. Besides that, just like all of the Google, like Google Drive, we use Google a lot. Sheets, Google Sheets, Google Docs, all those things. We organize our things. Google Calendar, the Google Tasks for little small reminders. And
we just basically put everything in our Google Calendar to the exact time. Like if we record a podcast from 3 to 4:03, we're putting that time. We're not putting we finished at 4:05 or 4 o'clock, 4:03. You know exactly how much time you're putting into things. And we also put in like meditating at this time, working out at this time. So you actually
exactly what you're doing.
Exactly. So you actually get to those things if you live by your calendar, and you should, I think.
I would say that then obviously we use other softwares like specifically for our work, but like just to organize yourself, I think those are the two most important. I don't think you need that many either. And also you need to use whatever works for you, because some people are going to use Google, some other people want to use whatever. Just use what's going to work with you and what app you're actually going to use to organize yourself. That's the most important. Whatever you're going to use is what's going to work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Next. So the fourth question is, what's our favorite activity outside of work? I was telling Gati, what I'm really happy is just when I make no plans. I just don't do anything. I don't actually do nothing, but I like to go with the flow. And what I enjoy doing is spending time with my friends and my family. I really, really enjoy that.
Yeah. My favorite activity outside of work is honestly going to the beach.
Yeah, you love going to the beach.
I really love going to the beach. I love going in the ocean. I love being tan. I just feel like I'm glowing after. I feel like a mermaid. Except there's a lot of jellyfish in Miami Beach right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of jellyfish out there.
But the beach is my favorite activity.
I like going on walks. I like being in nature.
I mean, honestly, me and Gio went to a delicious bakery last Saturday. Yeah. And we just tried a bunch of little different things. I don't know. Yeah, I guess like not planning has been the vibe, honestly.
Yeah. And also, I mean, like, of course, I love to travel too.
Oh, yeah. Of work. Yeah. But if we're just talking the average Saturday, Sunday.
Like... Let's travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much it. Okay, next one.
Next. Okay, this is not a question, but it's so cute. You guys are so funny. I love your relationship. P.S. Love the podcast. It makes my mornings. That is so sweet. It also makes my mornings.
Really cute. It makes my mornings too, and I also really enjoy the podcast too.
Yeah.
And I like our relationship too.
Yeah, me too. All right, question. Are you open to getting hair care products in exchange for content? Yes.
I'm down.
We need to maybe work on our content creation, I guess, if we're going to be endorsing hair products.
But, yeah.
But we have nice hair.
We'll make sure we'll put our hair in every picture and video.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Next one is favorite comfort meals.
Love this question. I'm excited to hear yours. I have my final answer.
You have your final answer?
And I'm wondering if yours stems from your culture.
I don't think it stems from my culture.
It stems from my culture, I bet.
I was going to maybe say picadillo.
I knew it.
Rice and picadillo with the olives and raisins and all is so good.
Not like with rice and beans.
I think I prefer rice and picadillo. Specifically your aunt's picadillo.
Yeah, it's fire. Shout out Yuthi. My favorite comfort meal is when I make my homemade bolognese.
Okay. I think my comfort meal is anything that I don't actually make.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, it's comforting when someone is like cooking for you, like show that they love you.
Yeah.
That's cute. Okay. Number 9. What are some of your favorite clothing brands? Oh my God, the list goes on.
The first thing that pops up in my head. Oh, you know what? Skims?
Literally,
I'm not even wearing it, but I'm like, please sponsor.
I am in the Skims Fits Everybody T bodysuit, size medium for reference, everybody. Might as well get up. Yeah. This is her. Very cute, very comfortable. I highly recommend. Love you, Kim. Literally love you so much.
I love Skims. I'm a huge fan of Alice and Olivia.
You're a big Alice and Olivia guy.
I love the patterns. I love the blazers. Speaking of blazers, I love Veronica Beard blazers. These are all like really contemporary brands.
Yeah. Some of my favorite brands right now. I love Ronnie Kobo. I
never
love
gotten
Skims. I
anything.
mean, Skims and Good American, honestly, for everyday things I love.
I love Aloe.
Yeah, that's like athleisure.
Yeah, it's
But
a
yeah.
clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
I love Everjay for PJs and loungewear too.
I love Helsa,
I don't know how it's
LPA.
These are like all the brands I don't wear.
Oh, and right now I'm obsessed with Citizens of Humanity jeans.
Oh, cute.
Like really good. The trouser jeans. Love that. Super cute. Elevates your outfit. You love A Goldie. I mean, fuck,
I like
not A Goldie.
AG jeans.
AG. I get them confused.
I like AG a lot. I'm pretty consistent with my brands. I just shop at them a lot.
Vince, Theory.
Yeah.
You know.
Lots of contemporary brands.
Yeah. We like capsule wardrobe.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I'm in all black and you're in jeans and a white tee,
jeans
an
and a
elevated
t-shirt,
white tee.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah. An elevated white tee.
Elevated white tee, as they say. Do you see yourselves living in Miami long term? We kind of have to for our job, but
I mean, long term, like 20, 30 years from now, you never know. But I think I've thought about this question a lot.
We always talk about it. We're like,
Exactly.
But where else is there to live?
That's the point. Like, I've lived in New York. Like, New York is an amazing city. I think it's very transitional, though. Like, it's amazing for work. But then I think, like,
We have a family.
am I going to raise my
people do.
kids there? I know they do. That's okay. But I grew up here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, but I love growing up in Miami. Mm-hmm. And then you think of, like, what's another place that, you know, you sort of have great weather all year round, except for the summer when it's really hot. You got plenty of schools. I mean, I'm saying because I plan on having a family in the future. You have space to have a house. It's very much a city. It's growing so much. I can't even imagine 10, 20 years from now. There's going to be so much more here. It's so central. If you want to travel, you're pretty close to everyone in the U.S. My family's down in South America. It's pretty simple. It'd be way worse if I was living in California.
Yeah, no, we're not going to
To go to, you know what I mean? Like, I just think, I mean, these are our selling points. We're telling people. But, like, it is a very central hub. I love the culture. There's lots of
Well, there's so many different types of people.
I don't mean Spanish from Spain. I mean, like, the Latin influence.
Yeah.
You just have a lot here. And I think that all around, it is a great city.
Yeah. I mean, also, both of our families are here. It's really, like,
Yeah. Plus,
nice to be near
I'm very
family.
nostalgic. Like, I have great memories growing up here.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So I love it here. And
I never say never, but right now,
this
yes.
seems like, yes. Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like, you know, you can always get away.
Mm-hmm. And we love to travel so much. So it's like, it's our home. Miami's like our home base, but we're always on the go.
It's a great base for anyone.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Next question. Let's see. Cutest graphics will you make merch? I don't know. Will we? Okay, next question.
Will we?
Fashionistas, where to shop. I think we gave like a lot of our favorite clothing brands.
Yeah. I bet like where to shop, Revolve, Forward are good online platforms.
Yeah.
To browse different brands.
I like to browse Shopbop. I don't really use Revolve anymore, but like Shopbop. Any honestly department store I think is just the best place to shop at. Like I think I personally shop at a department store because you have everything.
Yeah. No, it's nice to be in person for sure.
You know? Oh, I'm also like a very much like in-person shopper kind of vibe. I like the experience of going to shop.
Yeah. Like when you go and they're like, would you like sparkling water?
And I'm like, yes.
Yes. And I won't be buying your shoes, but I'll take the water.
Okay. Will you have guest speakers?
You will just have to wait and see.
That's a good answer. Yeah. What does a typical Sunday afternoon look like for you? What does it look like for you?
Let's describe both of our last Sundays.
My last Sunday, I
feel like they were both pretty typical.
I woke up, I worked out, and what did I do? No, Sunday. Okay, no, scratch that. I woke up and then I went to the park. My boyfriend and my mom played tennis. I worked out on the side, so vibed with them. Then I got a coffee and a little banana bread at Madruga Bakery, which is a great bakery here. And then I went to lunch with my entire family. And then I went to a close by mall just to walk around, chill and vibe. And then I went home and had a great night.
Yeah. My Sunday always involves football, which I know is never in the cards for Gio.
Never.
But sorry, I need to take a breath. I woke up. I woke up.
Did you?
God willing, I went to my aunt's house, and it was so nice. Me and my boyfriend went to my aunt's house. We hung out with my cousins. We worked out in the backyard. Like, it was just really hot out. We were getting our grind on out there. And then we all were in the pool tanning all day. She was like grilling for us. We had some coffee out there. And it was nice. The boys were throwing the pigskin around, the football.
I don't even know what that is. I was like,
and it was really nice. Yeah. I mean, thank God it was beautiful weather all weekend. But yeah, just tanned, worked out, hung out, and then watched football and had some chili.
Cool.
She's like, what the fuck? Why'd you have chili?
Sounds really fun.
Super.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was just checking.
Both have such beautiful skin. Thank you. Need Rex.
You should ask my 14-year-old sister. Oh, she's 15. My bad.
Like the glass skin on that girl.
Oh my God. She's like Sephora. Like, maybe we should buy Sephora stock with the amount that she shops there.
Literally.
Okay. Skin Rex.
Mm-hmm.
I've recently started to use, thanks to her, the Ordinary hyaluronic acid and niacinamide, and my skin's been looking good, so I think that's good. Besides that, I use lots of Kiehl's products. Another important thing is to wear sunscreen every single day, because I saw somewhere that if you are doing your whole skincare and you don't even wear sunscreen, then basically it's not going to shit. So you should wear sunscreen.
Tea.
Yeah. And then what else do I use for my skin? I've been starting to use snail mucin. I use that at night, which is the snail mucus. It's really moisturizing. And I don't know, those are the products that I'm using right now that I'm using.
Yeah.
Seems to be working.
What do I use?
Drink lots of water.
Yeah, a lot of water. I use let's go nighttime and then morning. Okay. Nighttime, I usually use First Aid Beauty, like the regular cream. It's like pretty inexpensive. I think it works really well. It's all clean beauty. And then I put, first I do.
You know what? Let's be specific. Say exactly what you use.
I just did.
I know. I was saying that I need to be specific. I should go back and say exactly what I use.
Okay, wait. But I did the wrong order. First, I used the Kiehl's Avocado Under Eye Cream.
Love that. I use that too.
I used that. Then I put on the First Aid Beauty Cream on top. And then I used the Biossance Rose Oil on top of that. I just pat it. Boom, boom, boom. And I go to sleep. And then when I wake up, I use this product that's actually from Whole Foods. You can't find it at Sephora. It's called Evan Healy Blue Cactus Balm Elixir. I put that on my face. I do a lymphatic drainage massage. And then I go work out. And then before work, all I do is put on Elta MD sunscreen. And that's it. So...
Okay, beautiful. I'm going to go over mine again real quick.
Slay. So
in the morning, then I wash my face with a Kiehl's deep cleansing wash, whatever. And then I keep my face damp and I do the hyaluronic acid and niacinamide from The Ordinary. And then I do my under eye cream, which I do the avocado one from Kiehl's. And then I just do a little moisturizer from Kiehl's, the one that's gel based. And then I do the Elta MD non-tinted sunscreen. Now, I don't know if these all have the same base because my skin pills a little bit, but that's what I've been using and it works.
Yeah.
And then at night, I wash with the same thing. And then I do the snail mucin. And then I do like a reparative night eye cream from Kiehl's. And then I do the moisturizer.
Nice. I will say if I need
and castor oil on my eyelashes. That's not skin, but
yeah. Oh, and Laneige lip mask before bed and like all day.
Yes.
But if I need a thicker cream for whatever reason, if I'm extra dry, I use I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's Naturopathica face cream. It's a little bit thicker if I need that. And then my face wash is Indie Lee, another clean beauty product. It's made with like tomato extract, all that stuff. But it's nice. I like it.
Cool. So next question is, what inspired you to start the PPP, the Pink Print Podcast? Do you want to start off?
Sure. Well, what inspired us to start the PPP? I think that we are both very driven for our age and goal oriented, and that's no surprise. We put a lot of work in on ourselves, and I think we're always trying to spread this knowledge. A lot of people do ask us for advice. I think we're you know, no offense, or not no offense, but we're naturally very magnetic people and do a lot of things well, and people want to know what we're doing and how we're doing them. So we wanted to create a bigger platform to reach more people and help more people.
100%.
The goal of this podcast for me is to help younger women, because I needed the help when I was younger. I feel like I went through a lot of stuff, and podcasting was not a thing when we were in college, especially.
I don't think I listened to any, really.
No, I don't even know if they, besides like Call Her Daddy had just come out. I remember when I was a junior in college, and that was a very different type of podcast back then. Still amazing and hilarious. But I really wish that there was more information and more help from girls our age that I could have heard. So the goal really is to help women no matter what they're going through, whether it be career, relationships, dating, home, family. I really would like to help. I think that you and I have gone through a lot in our lives, and everyone goes through a lot of shit, but if you're willing to talk about it and you could help at least one person, then it's worth me sharing my stories and my tips and tools.
I agree. It really is just a share, and I think we just really wanted to help other people if we can with our unique perspectives, and I think that we are, and we are starting to create a beautiful community, and I think that's really all what it's about, sharing.
Yeah, sharing and helping and really spreading love and positivity.
Yeah.
As cliche as that sounds.
It's true. We all need it. Mm-hmm. Next one. My friends are focused on going out, but I'm not into it anymore. Help on no FOMO.
Love this question.
Yeah, I love it.
Exhibit
too.
like A. Go.
Okay, so your friends are focused into going out. Well, that's okay. You can let them go out. I think that if you don't vibe with it anymore, that's chill. And then you can have other friends that you want to chill with, or maybe those are just your going out friends. Or if they're still your best friends, then just try to make plans at another time. Say, hey, I really want to see you guys. Let's just do dinner. Or, maybe you can catch up with them the next day and debrief with them. Like you can still have fun with it. If you don't want to go out, definitely don't force yourself to. And the no FOMO, again, if you don't want to go out and you're just like not vibing with it, like why are you going to have FOMO? Let them go out, do their thing, and then you're still going to be in touch with them. You're still talking to them. I'm sure you still have a group chat with them, or you can still text them, and then just make other plans. And then if you're seeing them at other times of the day, you're still going to feel connected to them and part of the group, So then you're not going to feel maybe left out, because that's how you feel when you feel FOMO. You're like, oh my God, everybody's having fun, but I'm feeling left out. But it's like, you shouldn't, because you just saw them this morning, or you're going to see them tomorrow, and you don't want to be there anyways.
Mm-hmm. I have 3 things to say about this question.
Tell me.
Number 1, ask yourself why you're having FOMO.
Yeah.
Are you having FOMO because, or not why you're having FOMO, but, well, yeah. Are you having FOMO because maybe you don't want to go out because you don't want to feel pressured to drink or something like that? Or do you just not want to go out? Ask yourself that question first, because have you tried to go out and maybe not drink or just go out for less time? That's the first question I would say, is to ask yourself that, because you can try a different method of going out. Number 2 is,
I don't know.
Well, number 2 is, if you don't want to be going out with those friends, you need to make other plans with them. So, which is what you said. What can you suggest? Can you suggest coffee? Can you suggest a workout class? Can you suggest hanging out together and watching Love Island? Another thing. And the third thing, which is a reality check, is sometimes friendships ebb and flow. And if these are your friends and they are doing things that maybe no longer align with you and your values, you might see them less. And maybe you're too busy building your business venture or starting a new career, whatever that may be. And these people don't necessarily fit in your life anymore.
It's okay.
That's okay. It doesn't mean they're gone forever. But sometimes if you're really focused on building your career, you're going to be busy doing other things and making sacrifices, because you're not going to get successful not making those sacrifices.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes a little bit hard to digest, but it doesn't mean these people are out of your life forever. They may not just fit the mold in this very moment.
And I think that's totally normal, and that's okay too. And some people you need to, just let go of, and maybe you won't be as close to anymore. I think right now I'm at a point where I really don't have FOMO anymore, and I really used to. That kind of FOMO where you were so anxious.
Yeah.
Like I would get so anxious. Like, this is when I was younger, in high school and in college, really. But now I'm at a point where it's like, I know I'm connected to my friends. I know that, you know, I really feel like, okay, you guys go out and I hope you have an amazing time. And I know I'm connected to them and I'm going to see them another time.
Yeah.
Totally. And
Totally.
I think that maybe the FOMO comes from maybe you're like, oh my God, am I going to miss out? Like, am I going to miss something? It's like, no, you're not. You're still going to be close to them. You're still going to have other funny stories to laugh about with them, you know? So it's like, you're still going to have other connections to them. It's okay.
And also, like we've said before, when you're saying no to something else, you're saying yes to you. And that's the most important takeaway.
Yeah. The next question is, thoughts on starting my own business, but I'm scared. Do you have any advice? Just do it.
Yeah.
Really. I mean,
we were scared to do this.
I know. Then there's like, you know, there's always things in the way. You can always be scared and you can be stressed and you look at all the possibilities of how it can go wrong. But what about all the things that could go right? You know, you're not going to know until you try. And nothing really worthwhile is going to go without, you know, some sort of hard work.
Or failure.
Yeah. You know?
Literally take anyone. Think about Kim Kardashian and Skims. I know it's a different example because she had a following and something before Skims, but still, when you start anything, like think about her before she was famous. She used to get she's a bad example. I'm trying to think of someone for example, in the podcasting space, when Alex Cooper started Call Her Daddy, she ran the risk of being like, this is going to get 0 views for a long time.
Or and she could have gotten judged for what she's talking about. But fuck it. It was something she related to and she wanted to talk about. And on the contrary, so many people related to it and loved it. But maybe if they were scared of the judgment or people would think they would talk, you know what I mean? Oh, they're just party people. It doesn't matter. That's what made her different. And and
you run the risk of posting this and getting 0 views for maybe a whole year or 0 sales for a whole year. But if you're passionate about it and you're consistent and the hard work will pay off. There's no way for it to not. So start it, do it. Life is short. Do it.
And also just I know you're scared, but just starting, just doing it releases that energy, I think too.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Next, favorite healthy snack is the lesser evil popcorn, Himalayan salt to be specific. And then second place is the gold butter or whatever flavor.
Okay, people sleep on the Homer's flavor. It's garlic parmesan. So
lesser
good.
evil popcorn?
Yeah.
Garlic parmesan, I haven't tried it.
Oh my God. That's a really good snack. We love fruit. I love pretzels with hummus, simple meals with hummus,
apples with almond butter or honey and a little bit of cinnamon sprinkled on top.
Good cultured cottage cheese with chia seeds, raw honey, fruit.
This isn't the healthiest, maybe depends on the bread and the quality of ingredients you're using, but I love PBJ.
Oh, delicious. Literally love that.
So good. I think those are pretty much the snacks we eat.
Yeah.
Next one is, how do you set yourself up for a successful day? We've mentioned this before, but definitely having your schedule and having everything in order, organized, and reviewing it the next day. So it's
the night before.
Did I say reviewing the next day? Sick. Reviewing it the night before and just being okay, this is what I expect. Oh, I have a showing. I have a meeting with this client, then I need to go get lunch with this person, and then I need to go here. So it's boom, boom, boom. I know in my mind I'm going to sleep, and I know exactly at what time my first appointment is the next day, because sometimes it's the days go by and it's all sorts of blend. So at least having an organized calendar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, organized calendar. And for me personally, I do a lot better when I'm moving my body in the morning before work.
Yeah, I think working out is incredible. I think I feel so much better. Even at the end of the day, you feel good that you did it the day before. I think it sets you up.
Oh yeah.
And you feel good.
Yeah. I just think I release a lot of stress before I arrive to work during my workout, and I'm already okay, I did something for myself today. Let's crush the day. I can deal with anyone and anything.
And then besides that, how do I set myself up for a successful day?
Those are 2 big ones.
Yeah.
We also have a whole episode called 5 Ways to Take Control of Your Life that you can listen to.
I think I'm blanking, but we spoke about this. Yeah. So go listen to that episode if you haven't already. Another question. Working together and being best friends, how do you manage
boundaries?
Yeah. We have the sickest boundaries, and I mean that like sick. Like we have the most incredible boundaries.
Yeah.
I think we have so much respect for each other. We understand each other. We also like feel it, and we're just really good at understanding each other and putting boundaries. Like, you know,
we're really good at communicating, and we are so intuitive with each other because of these boundaries, I would say, like,
and communicating
and communication. Yeah. And even like the other night, Gio called me like while I was about to eat dinner, and like I was like, I'm not answering the phone. Like I'm sitting down, I'm putting my phone away, I'm having dinner with my boyfriend, and I text her and I was like, I can call you back after, or just send me a voice note and I'll respond. Like I'm not answering this call right now. And she's like, oh yes, it's like sometimes we call each other and we forget what time it is. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, it's not like, oh, why didn't she answer my call? Like, what the fuck, you know?
No.
Like we just understand that there's certain times for certain things. And we could be working like all day, all night if we wanted to, because we're always both thinking about things. But yeah.
Like we finish recording now. By the time we're done, it's going to be like, I don't know, like 7 p.m. ish. You're going to go home and I'm not going to write you. I'm like, we were together. You know, we already work so hard. Like now, like the space is good. You know, it's like, it's really easy to keep like maybe bombarding someone and be like, oh, I'm being excited about something, which is normal. But I think that we really respect them. Like, okay, we'll pick this up tomorrow.
Totally.
You know, and then we have space. And another thing that I think it works well is that although we do spend a lot of time together, we are not all the time together.
No.
Like on the weekends, sometimes we don't even see each other on the weekends.
It's like, see you Monday.
And then sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since last Friday. And I'm like, it feels like we've done so many things. I'm like, what did you do? Like we even like catch up on each other's weekend. I think that with other friends before, maybe I would spend like too much time together that it becomes like almost like, I don't want to say a codependency, but like maybe, and it's like too much. And I think that we don't do that. It's healthy. We have different friends. We have separate groups. You have your boyfriend, your family, and then we do separate things all the time. And when we come together, we're like excited. You know what I mean? And we never get sick of each other.
Yeah. And I think another really important thing is we both are always checking in on how we're feeling. It's like, are you okay to like do XYZ today? Like, how are you feeling today?
Yeah.
And like also automatically both of us like know each other and we know if something's wrong that day. So it's like, wait, like put real estate on pause, put the podcast on pause. Like, what do you need to talk about right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, he's so good at that.
No, she's better. She is a Cancer sun.
Oh Lord,
but I'm Cancer rising.
But I think that's what it is. Really, really good, healthy boundaries. It's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. We only have 3 more. On days where you're having a hard time giving your all at work, what do you do? Again, like Beyonce, if you need a break one day, take it. But then the next day,
keep going.
Get back on the horse and keep going, you know? We all have those hard days. I know I have days where like in our industry, although many real estate agents happen to be women, we do deal a lot with men when it comes to the attorneys we deal with, for example. And I know that like one time I had a really hard day, and because this attorney who was on my side, who represented the same client, was like trying to compete with me with like who spoke to the fucking client more. Like, it doesn't matter. We're here on the same side. We need to solve this issue. And he was just like attacking me and speaking in such a demeaning way because because I'm young and I'm a woman and he's a fucking 50-year-old man. He can speak to me that way. And it was really, really tough to get my shit together that moment. And then after I cried and I let it out, I'm like, all right, but now fuck it. Like, we need to keep going, you know? So it's like, okay, some days are hard and you keep going. And I think honestly, like everything that comes to us on our day-to-day in work, we can handle, and we get stronger and better at what we do, you know?
It's also just like, I'm sorry, but what's the alternative? There's no alternative. You're not just going to sit there and sulk, and this too shall pass. And yeah, it might be really hard, but you'll get through it and it'll make you stronger for the next time. And that's just the reality. I don't have another answer.
And a great thing is also, okay, you had a hard day at work too. Take time for yourself in the afternoon, you know, like read a book, relax, unplug, don't get on your phone. Like really also try to enjoy that time when you're done with work. Because some days can be really stressful, and like, all right, and then do something that gets your mind completely off of it.
Yeah. And the next day will be better. It's bound to be better.
Yeah. And then you keep going. You just keep going.
Yeah. Do you ever get down because of your age, like people thinking you're not experienced enough, etc.?
Wow, we like just touched upon this and I didn't even read that. Do I ever get down? No, I don't think get down. I mean, it is what it is, you know? Like, I mean, people tell me all the time, oh my God, I thought you were 16. Like, I look young. I think you look older.
I still get it.
You still get it, and I think you look older. But regardless, I mean, I think people try to intimidate you, and they think like like you had an example where some agent was speaking to you like, oh, like you just got started, like this is how it works, and then they try to like whatever. And I think that's just those people feeling insecure, feeling some need to like feel like, oh, they know more. So all the time we get it with our age, from attorneys, from other agents, from other people. But I don't know. I think that also, I don't get down. If anything, I'm like, well, I'm going to prove to you that just because I'm young.
Totally.
Not that I need to prove something, but I'm like, no, you do have to work a little extra. You do.
Yeah.
And then I do prove it. I'm like, I know my shit. So
yeah. I would say
if you don't want to respect me, don't, but I know my shit anyways.
Exactly. Like there's no reason to get down because I know my value and what I provide.
Exactly.
And what I bring to the table, and it's good stuff. So
exactly. And if people don't think I'm experienced enough, sometimes they see our faces, but then as soon as I open my mouth, they're like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know? And then next, like, well, you don't need to please everybody, you know?
You can't.
We're here working.
Cool.
And the last one. Who are both of your biggest inspirations? I think Kathy knows who I'm going to say.
Yes.
My mommy.
My mommy too.
I mean, really, she's, for me, my biggest inspiration because I've just seen all of the challenges she's been through and all the things and the ups and downs, and how literally if it doesn't knock you down, you get back up and you get back stronger. And when you see someone go through all that stuff, you're like, wow, I can really handle all this little shit, because if you can fucking handle all of that, I can handle whatever little thing I'm fucking going through.
Yeah.
And one of the things she's taught me that I think is really important is that people can take away everything that you have. They can take away your money. They can try to take away your home. They can try to take away everything, but they can never take away who you are. And I think it's really important for us to get to know ourselves and really know how strong and powerful we are. That's why, and knowledge and all those things, who we are, no one can take that away. Take away everything else and you're going to be left alone, but you are who you are. No one can take that away from you. Yeah,
I totally agree with that. My mom is 100% my biggest inspiration too. I mean, she was an amazing businesswoman in her day, and I totally aspire to be half the woman she was, a biology major in medical school, did everything that I could never do. But I think also, like, when she was battling cancer for so long, every single day, she was so positive. Like, it didn't even make sense. I would sit there, me and my aunt would just sit there, like, mouth wide open, like, what is even going on? Because we're the ones that are like crying every day, not okay. And she's like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be so fine. And she said that up until her last day. So when things are going wrong in my life, which they aren't, I have my health, I have my family, I have amazing friends and amazing love in my life. But if I get caught up in something dumb with work or something dumb with myself, I'm like, how can this woman be so positive on her day-to-day when she was going through a hell of a lot more than I was? If she can do it, I can do it times 10. So she's always in the back of my mind. I'm always thinking about her. She's my little angel. And we get through hard shit every day. And we prove ourselves wrong. And we, like, yesterday I got literally stressed because I had to pay my real estate taxes. And I thought I was late. Okay, even if I was, they get paid, they get done. Yeah. There's no reason for me to be fucking having a absolute BF panic attack about it, you know? Yeah. Like, life is just, there's no need to be stressed about those little things that always get done, because you get them done, you get through it, and you prove yourself wrong every time.
But yeah, those are our biggest inspirations. And
that's the tea.
That's the tea, you guys. So that was our Q&A. That was
I loved the Q&A.
I thought it was really fun because we touched upon like a lot of different things. But even so, you know.
Yeah. For your homework, I would like to ask who your biggest inspiration is and why. Think about it. Think about what you need in your life right now and who inspires you to be that person. When you wake up and you say, who do I want to be? Who is it that is in the back of your mind that's inspiring you? Who's your role model? And how do you want to get better? And who's pushing you to do so?
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Pink Pimp Podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Next week. Ciao, bye.
Ciao, bye.